Greetings, Spiritual Collective. This video is more of a video not to read, not to do a reading or channel a message, but just to talk about spirituality and the craft, the occult, certain aspects of. One that I would like to focus on in this video is that of balance. You know, I feel like a lot of people, a lot of practitioners, and again, no judgment if this is you, but I notice it a lot. Well, we'll choose a side, okay? And it'll be like, I'm all love and light. Oh, I can't have any negative thoughts. I can't express my negative emotions because that's so bad. I can only work with super fluffy, deities if they work with deities. Can't work with anything perceived as dark. And then you have the other side, which is like, yeah, like I never do light and love fluffy stuff. That stuff is for wusses, and are always like hardcore, only work with the dark, or the darker the better, even if like only work with demons, don't work with angels, and and then of course vice versa. So you have these two polar opposites, these two sides, and it's really beneficial if you want to be a powerful worker, if you want to be a powerful magician, witch, sorceress, whatever you want to call yourself. You're gonna get more power if you do both. If you do both sides, depending on, of course, your deities that you work with, if you work with a light deity, if you work with a dark deity, or you work with a neutral deity, you're gonna be better off depending on your situation. You're just gonna have more of that balance. You're gonna be able to pull from the light and the dark in any situation once you've gotten to that level, or you're just used to working with that. Okay, even like the Christian mystics back, or even now, but like, I'm just saying, they would call on angels to call on demons, and they would work with demons and angels. In fact, the angel and demon spectrum are just one and the same. You have an angel and you have the demon. You have the angel, you have the demon corresponding. You work with the tree of life, you're gonna be working also with the tree of death in a way. At least with my experience, when I've worked with angels and stuff, I felt them calling work with angels. Pretty soon you're gonna have an infernal come in somewhere, and vice versa. You're working with a whole bunch of like demons or dark, whatever. Not even so much dark. They're all not really that bad, but you're gonna get angels coming in. I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's just some people that happens to, but I feel like that's just part of, like, if you work with that system, that's what you're gonna get. And if you truly gonna work with one aspect, you need to work with the other to be balanced, to be stable, to be truly your powerful self. If you want to grow into the god and goddess that you are, you're gonna have to be able to do a wide spectrum of things. You can't just be focused. You're on one. You can't be delusional to cut out the other side of what's out there. Okay, and this was with my experience, but you see it, like, there's such a stubbornness to some people when they're online, and you hear them talking about how they don't want to work with certain, and And that's fine. I mean, work with whatever you want. But at the point where you listen to them and you know there's like no balance there, like you got to have some kind of balance. It'll just make you stronger. Anyways, that's all I have to say on this for now. I'm pretty sure I'll do another video pertaining to this and other elements of the magical practice that are necessary for growth in your path. So anyways, with that being said, good night.